How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So this is going to be a general reading for Capricorn, alright? So general means it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you if it does. And all these readings that I do are timeless. So even though the original time frame says from July 1st through July 16th, it can resonate, 6 months before, 6 months after, a year, days, hours, however you interpret it. So always keep that in mind as well. And I also wanted to say that this reading may resonate for you even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Capricorn, since we all have all 12 zodiac signs throughout our birth chart. I always really encourage everybody to, if they haven't already, get a free birth chart online, even if you don't know your exact birth time, and then you can find out your other placements and also, watch those videos as well to get like a full insight into your whole horoscope and time frame like that. All right, so going forward here, Capricorn, I pulled all your cards and we'll get to that in just a minute. We'll go over your tarot cards, tarot confirmation cards, and at the very end a couple oracle cards. But I did want to say that I'm going to do a quick little rundown of some general astrology notes that are going to be happening during this time frame. So if you've watched some of the other videos, you can feel free to look for the timestamp in the description box below. I can't talk today apparently. And so if you don't want to listen to the astrology notes, or you already have, you can just go ahead and skip to that point where the reading starts. All right, but let's get into it here, Capricorn. Okay, so your first astrology note is on July 1st. There's the last quarter moon. Okay, so technically tomorrow, whenever you're watching this, I'm filming this on the 30th, all right? And then on July 3rd, Jupiter quintiles Uranus, okay? So Uranus rules Aquarius, so it's a very creative energy. It's about rebellion, technology, innovations, okay? So you can always go and look back at what was happening for you, particularly during this time, maybe last year, okay? So there could be some similarities or some things finally coming together or wrapping up. It all just really depends, since this is general, right? But Jupiter went into retrograde on June 20th, okay? So Jupiter is all about expansion, and it rules Sagittarius and Pisces, okay? So travel, education, all sorts of different type of themes. What else? Religion, law, and just a general feeling of freedom, exploration. So anytime that Jupiter is in retrograde, these themes can be highlighted in certain ways around something, again, from the past. But it doesn't necessarily mean that all retrogrades are bad or that these things won't go right, okay? So always keep that in mind. But yes, the last time that Jupiter was quintiling Uranus was May 18th, okay, of 2020, last year, through September 5th, 2020. So you can always look into that more if that interests you. All right, and then going forward on July 9th, okay, we have a new moon in Cancer, since it is officially Cancer season, right? And so a lot of times people like to do manifesting magic on the new moon, okay, manifesting things for the future or just magic in general, all right? But I always say do it whenever you feel is right. Nobody can tell you when to do your magic or your manifestations, but some people like to do it during the new moon as it's growing to the full moon. That means your goal or your manifestation or your magic is also growing, okay? But also, just do it when you feels right, all right? Now going forward on July 11th, actually I want to say before we get here, because we're going to be talking about Mercury for a second. So Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is all about communication, electronics, the list goes on basically. But Mercury was in retrograde, okay, until about June 22nd, all right? But its shadow period goes till July 6th. So even though it's going direct now, the effects of the retrograde are still kind of weaning off of us till about July 6th or so. But then Mercury on July 11th enters Cancer, and I really feel like this is going to be a nice breath of fresh air for everyone, okay, because we were in Mercury retrograde in the sign of Gemini during Gemini season, it could have been particularly difficult in certain ways. Okay, so now it's going forward and it is in a new sign. It's not in its ruling sign, so that might be something to look forward to. All right, and then we only have 2 more things to discuss before your reading. Then on July 14th, Pallas Athena, or Athena Pallas, right? It's an asteroid. It's not a planet, but its effects can still be felt, okay? And it's going into retrograde on July 14th. And the last time this happened last year was May 18th through September 1st. Through September 5th of 2020. Okay, so Pallas Athena, or Pallas, is basically deals with issues that Athena, the Greek goddess, would, okay, so wisdom, talents in the arts, defense, intuition, justice, those kind of things, okay? So it basically asks us in the past, okay, if there were actions that you made without making more organized, detailed plans, and it's asking yourself, how did that go, right? And then it's saying for the future, okay, that you need to use your intellect and organize more and making decisions and then slowly acting upon it, not just like jumping the gun and going straight to it, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. And then on July 15th, Chiron goes into retrograde, okay? So Chiron is the Greek god of healing, okay? He's the wounded healer. He's our soft underbelly, our vulnerability, okay? So again, with any type of retrogrades or even planets going direct or asteroids going direct, right, that it asks us to go back to the last time this happened, because astrology is all about patterns, right? Repeating patterns, and asking if there's anything that needs a second look, or, when you're dealing with Chiron, it's dealing with healing. Did I get all the healing that I needed from that situation or that person or that thing, whatever? Did I heal properly? Am I being too vulnerable? Am I not being vulnerable enough? All those kind of themes, okay, are here. So the last time that Chiron was in retrograde was July 11th, 2020 to December 13th, 2020. All right, so those are the little astrology notes there for you. But yes, Capricorn, let's get into your reading here. And I forgot my timer, but that's okay. I haven't really been using it, so we'll just go ahead and call it a start. It's a little windy today, so I'm trying to, they're off screen on a little table, but I'm trying to block them so they don't blow away. All right, here, Capricorn. I think I said Chiron, but I meant to say Capricorn if I did say that. Okay. Anyway, you have, okay, when you see the photo, if you're new, I always do the first 6 first, and then I go into the tarot confirmation cards and then the oracle cards at the end, but I also do what's on the top and the bottom of each deck, depending on where my spirit guides tell me to place them. Okay, so if you're looking at the photo while you watch or listen, or just looking at it at a later time, the first row is energy starting around July 1st, a little bit before, a little bit after, right? Going through the first week of July, the first weekend, and then the second row is kind of the same thing. So the second week and weekend of July. All right, so Capricorn, you have 10 of Cups upright, Ace of Staves or Ace of Wands upright, the Magician in reverse, the Death card upright, 9 of Sacred Circles or 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 6 of Swords in reverse. All right, so we'll start with your first card here. And also, if you are new, welcome. I forgot to say that. If you're coming back, welcome back, of course. Anytime I do a reading, if you feel like it's not your energy, don't force the reading. It could be the energy of the person you're dealing with, people you're dealing with, or just your general environment or situation. But that's why I always tell people to get their birth chart and also check out their other horoscopes as well, okay, or the other placements, all right? So you could be a Capricorn sun and maybe doesn't resonate, or you're a rising Capricorn, maybe doesn't resonate, so then check what your opposite thing is. So check what your sun is, check what your moon is, check what your Venus is for love, so for matters of love or assets, okay? So anyway, going forward here, you have a beautiful first card, Capricorn. It's the 10 of Cups, okay? So this is all about happiness, completion, right? 10, it could be a leveling up in some way for you, let's say in your career or in a relationship or a certain phase or cycle in your life. It talks about endings and new beginnings, right, since it's a 10, but it is all about the cups all being upright, Okay, so again, this is like feeling like you have a lot of emotional contentment, fulfillment in some way, and a possible celebration as well. In this card, you see a couple people at the bottom here, and they're going to some kind of party, and there's like this castle in the background. Okay, so really a nice energy to start off your first card with. All right, so I have my Capricorn, my Venus is in Capricorn, so I'm like, okay, I'll take it. All right, but anyway, let's go forward here. And then your second card is a really nice energy as well. This is the Ace of Staves or Ace of Wands in other decks, okay? So this talks about passion, okay? This talks about creativity, a lot of abundance, feeling like you have everything that you need and going forward. It can also talk about starting a new project, a new relationship, something like that, okay? Because you see here, this is like the Egyptian Ankh, right? But in other decks, it would be a wand, okay? So that's like the fertility kind of themes there, right? So some people say it's a phallic symbol, but again, if you're not a woman and you don't want to have a baby, or you're a man and you don't want to have kids, you don't have to take it that way. It can be birthing a new project, birthing a new relationship, that kind of thing. But again, really nice, beautiful energy here. And you see behind it, the Egyptian pyramids here, and this Sphinx kind of, it is this, I can't talk right now, the Sphinx, okay, sculpture in the background here, but really beautiful energy. Now, before we go forward to your third card, I wanted to talk about really quickly what was on the top and the bottom of one of your decks here. So, in relation to your first two cards, okay? So anytime we talk about what's on the top and the bottom, this is energy from the recent past, why certain cards have come out, and just energy kind of lingering around still. Okay, so on the top of the deck, you got 5 of Cups upright, and on the bottom, you got 9 of Staves in reverse, okay? So this is saying, Capricorn, in the recent past, you or someone you know or your general environment or situation was only focusing on the negative and the things going wrong and the people you don't like or that are not helpful, even though there were still helpful people or good energy around you. Somebody was, right, if it wasn't you, Capricorn, only focusing on the spilled milk, or in this picture, the spilled wine, right? Okay, now with the second card here, what was on the bottom, the 9 of Staves in reverse. This can be a couple different things since it is a general reading, right? But the 9 of Staves in reverse could be a little bit of, could be a self-sabotaging energy, right? Because the 9 is almost 10, right? So it could be leveling up, excuse me, in some way, and maybe you didn't want that to happen, or it wasn't ready, or you weren't ready, or somebody wasn't ready, okay? But when the 9 of Staves or 9 of Wands is upright, normally it's like you're almost at the end, and it's a rite of passage energy, and it's also a little bit of feeling really tired and almost wanting to give up, even though you're so close. So for some of you, it could be that in the recent past you felt like that, but then you turned it around and you said, no, I'm going to keep going forward. It really kind of just depends, like I said, since it is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. But this is kind of, I see these two cards, regardless of which place you find yourself in, is really like a fuel or catalyst that brought you into the first two cards, the 10 of Cups upright and the Ace of Wands upright. Okay, so even though there was some stuff going on in the past that wasn't the funnest, right, you took that and then you made it into something good for now. So that is beautiful. All right. Now going forward, your third card is the Magician in the reverse position. So this energy talks about not feeling confident in some way, and this could be a little like bump in the road, maybe towards the end of the first week of July or first weekend. Again, it's not exact, right? But it could just be that your confidence is down, or you don't feel like you have all the tools that you need in some way. It also could just be that there's a restless, stagnant energy, and that you're not able to manifest how you normally were. But when you start off with two cards, it's not completely not normal, or yeah, it's not it's not uncommon that sometimes, you know, your third card would be, you know, maybe not as completely positive, but like a little warning or a little bump in the road here, okay? But you still have some really good cards, so don't worry, as I like to say. So where are we? Next is your fourth card, the Death card upright. Okay, this is a beautiful energy, all about transformations and new beginnings. It's nothing to be scared of. It's nothing like, oh my God, somebody's gonna die, that kind of thing. Even if I saw that, I would not tell anyone that, okay? That's not what I do. So this is just a metaphor, right? This is about you have to let go of the old to bring in the new. Like when you do spring cleaning in your closet, you take out the stuff that doesn't fit or they don't wear and you donate it or whatever. And then if you do want to bring something new in, you can have that clean energy. All right. So it could be that even though you're feeling that Magician in reverse that we just talked about, where you're perhaps feeling not all the way confident, or there's some stagnant energy, and there's a blockage, the universe is going to come in even if you're not ready and make some type of transformation or change for you happen, okay? And again, this could be more towards like the second week of July. Oh, hi, puppy. Oh my God, you're so beautiful.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. What kind? Oh, my family has Salukis.
Oh.
They look similar. Oh, he's so cute. No, it's no problem. Oh. No, that's okay. I love dogs. It's okay. All right, you guys, this really cute puppy over here. But anyway, where was I? Yeah, so we're going to talk about your fifth card now. All right. So this is the Nine of Sacred Circles, or Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And this is, you know, like I said kind of before with the Magician, again, a little bit of stagnant energy where either your focus or determination or skill is off in some way, or you're not accepting some type of wisdom from somebody who's an elder to you, or it doesn't have to be an age thing. It could just be somebody that is more mature than you, okay? Because you really see that here with the way that this card is depicted. So it's this Native American woman, right? And she has the falcon behind her. That's what you always kind of see in most Nine of Pentacles cards. That's the focus, determination, and skill, okay? But it is in reverse, so there is a little bit of a blockage here, or not wanting to accept some type of wisdom, not feeling, again, like you're very abundant, or not feeling like you have all the support around you that you need, but you always do. It could just be your perspective at that time, all right? But going forward, your sixth card here, Capricorn, is really nice energy. This is the Six of Swords in reverse. This is how you want to see this card, okay? So this talks about letting go of any lingering anxiety, worry, overthinking, being too much up in your head, okay? And it's really finding also a balance with your emotions, right? So balancing your mental with your physical body and your spiritual body, however you want to say it, okay? But this is very nice energy, and this could be, again, happening more towards, you know, the second week, the end of the second week, or the second weekend of July. But regardless, it does show your growth, you know, and letting those things go. So that's how you want to see this card, and it's a really good sign there, okay? So going forward, oh yes, I also, before we get into your confirmation cards, because they were kind of hiding because the wind is blowing here today, I wanted to talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your other deck here in relation to the Nine of Sacred Circles, right, with or Nine of Pentacles with the old woman and the falcon, and also the Six of Swords in reverse we just talked about. Okay, so again, this is energy from the recent past and why certain cards have come out. So you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. That's how you want to see this card. It's very nice. And then you have the Lovers upright, okay, on the bottom of the deck. So this shows that in the recent past you were already starting that process of letting all this anxiety go, worry, overthinking, staying up late at night in your head, whatever. You already started in the recent past to let that go. And that's why I said it really felt like growth. And then here with the Lovers card, this is a union card. So this talks about a union with different parts of yourself, a union with a romantic lover, a union with a work partnership, right, or a deeper level of a union with friends or family, etc. Okay, so this could have brought you out of that energy. Your dog is so beautiful. What's his name? Tula. Oh, it's a girl? I'm sorry.
It's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy. Tula, I'm sorry. Oh, have a good one. Oh, okay. Yes, so I was distracted by a doggy there, sorry. Story of my life. But yeah, so with this Lover's card, this union, whatever it means to you, right, that kind of maybe helped you with this growth that you started working on in the recent past, okay? So that kind of just reinforces that even though there are moments where we don't feel support around us with our support system, whatever it is, friends, family, etc., but even if you don't feel it directly with your friends or family, there is always, let's say, ancestors that have passed away, or ancestral spirit guides, whatever you want to call it, angels, guardian angels, whatever it is, okay, there's always still somebody that is like rooting and supporting you, okay? So let's go forward here though. All right, now your confirmation cards, okay? So you have the Star card upright, you have the Nine of Wands, and then you have another Ace of Wands upright. So you actually only have one repeating card. You know, sometimes some readings don't have any repeating cards, but we'll get into that and go in order here, okay? But also wanted to say, let's see, we have Scorpio, we have Gemini, and we have Aquarius energy. So just wanted to call that out. It could mean something to somebody. You could have Aquarius in your chart, or dealing with an Aquarius, or you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, or they could write the same thing again with the Gemini energy of the Lover's card I was just showing you, okay? But when you look at the picture of all the cards, you can also always do your own research too to see like what other zodiac signs might be in there, but I just like to call it out for some people. All right, going forward though, your first confirmation card is the Star card upright, and the confirmation cards are usually energy from the past, okay, just coming in and confirming what we already briefly talked about, unless I otherwise say that it's more future energy, okay? Sometimes that happens with the third card, but not usually the first or the second, all right? But this Star energy here is really beautiful. This is looking for hope, for inspiration. It's a very creative energy, right? There's a lot of water in this card, okay? So she has one foot kind of balancing, like it's going to go in the water, and the other foot is on land, okay? And so it's really similar energy, or imagery, sorry, as far as like the Temperance card, okay? But her foot isn't all the way in the water yet, but she's thinking about it, okay? But the main thing too is that she's looking up, she's looking upwards, she's looking for that hope, that inspiration, or the crow that's talking to us, right? And she has her palms open, and she's ready to receive from the universe, okay? So it's really nice energy. And when it's coming in here and it's confirming your first card, the Ten of Cups upright and the Death card upright, it's just showing us basically, let me put this down, that the reason why you have the Ten of Cups energy here is because you did find some type of hope or inspiration, or being more open to receive something good from the universe. It could have been someone helped you with that energy or led you there, or it could have just been you yourself. It depends, but regardless, it also prepares you, even if you weren't all the way ready, for the Death card, for the transformation and the change to happen. It's like you kind of in the past, maybe even subconsciously, were laying those seeds, okay? Now going forward, hold on one second, everything. Your second confirmation card, and are we still recording? Okay, yeah, we are. You can't see, it's so sunny, guys. Is the Nine of Wands in reverse, okay? This is a nice energy. This is, again, how you want to see this card, okay? Because it means that in the recent past, you also started to let some of your defenses down. You weren't always operating from a place of like a survival mode place, okay? So, you know, survival mode may have helped us in our childhood or growing up or different ages, help us through certain problems. But if it's like outmoded and it doesn't work anymore, and you don't always need to be in that fight or flight mode, because it's actually really not good for your body and everything, okay? So this is beautiful. This is saying in the recent past, Capricorn, you started to let some of these defenses down, okay? And yeah, now operate from a place of survival mode, all right? And so basically this is coming in and it's confirming the Ace of Staves or Ace of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So this is basically saying that this defense, when you let down your defenses and you don't want to fight everybody and you're not always in survival mode, this actually makes you more abundant, okay? More trusting of others, of yourself, of the universe in general here, okay? And so this also makes you more creative, makes you more fertile, okay? And just ready to receive that forward momentum and that positive energy. And then here, when it is also confirming the Nine of Sacred Circles or Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is basically talking about the energy of you're almost there, but there's still something where you need to accept this wisdom from yourself or from others, or embrace more of your skill, focus, determination, now that you're letting go of all that defensive energy, okay? It could be, it just takes time as well, because you're working on yourself in a lot of different ways, I feel like, and so sometimes it just takes a little bit of like a shifting of your energy. Alright, so very nice. We'll move forward here. So I also want to show you too your repeating card just with the other one, just so you can kind of see the different depictions of the artist, okay? So these are both Ace of Wands, and one's just called the Ace of Staves, right? Alright, so they're both very abundant energy, very creative, positive momentum, positive energy, all these beautiful things, okay? So one is energy from the first week or so, the first 2 weeks of July, and one is energy from the past. Okay, so when it's coming in, this past energy of the Ace of Wands upright, it's confirming the Magician in reverse and the Six of Swords in reverse here, okay? So this is basically saying that in the recent past, you were birthing something new, a project, a relationship, a cycle in your life. You were feeling more creative, more abundant, moving forward, but then your confidence wasn't all the way there. Maybe you were second guessing, like, why do I deserve these things? Or is it the right time, or just your own issues with confidence, right? But then over here with the Six of Swords in reverse, you're gonna start to let that energy go and say, okay, I do deserve all these wonderful, great things, and I do deserve abundance here. So that is beautiful as well. All right, my crow friend, you guys. He is always here. Let me see 1 second. Are we still recording? I think so. Alright, let's get into your oracle cards here. So the first one is the Great Surfacing, and it says Mars energy, anger, conflict, but then it says softening to love. So this is a beautiful energy, okay? And let me look up, I forgot to do it ahead of time, so sorry. This is the Rebecca Campbell deck. And so it comes with like 1 or 2 questions that go along with each card. So I will just read that to you really quickly. But if you want to, you know, get into more of it, you can also Google it as well. Why can't I find it? Hold on. Okay, I got it. So anyway, it says Mars energy, right? Anger, conflict, and then softening to love, the Great Surfacing. And it says How are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften towards those who have hurt you? Okay, very interesting, and something to think about for some of you guys if it resonates for you, and a message for this time. And then your second oracle card, your love oracle message, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or platonic love with friends or family or even self-love, it is, and I think you guys got this one last time too, maybe even the one before, but I feel like it was here again, or it's here again. I'm just going to wait for the airplane to... Okay. So anyway, it says healing family issues, and it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys can see that. But again, you can also check out the photo at the end too. But that may be a particular message for some people. You know, even if it's not your parents or in a romantic situation, if you can forgive others and forgive yourself, then you obviously you're working on your heart chakra and you're opening up to more love for yourself and others. So that is beautiful. Okay. And then your last oracle message is the tiger. It's really cute. And it says you're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. All right, let me say that again because I butchered it. Okay. It's the tiger oracle card, and it says you're being called upon to provide leadership. So trust that you're capable of doing so. All right. So that's always a nice message to hear at any time, and it may resonate for some of you guys at this particular time. If you want to look up like the tiger power animal or shamanic, like spiritual meaning of a tiger or tiger magic, how you can even take this into incorporating during this time period might help you as well. So that is your message, your reading, your whole reading here, Capricorn. Thank you guys so much for your patience and understanding. And please feel free, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It does help the channel and circulate my video. And if you want to subscribe and you haven't already, all you have to do is click, I can't remember which side it's on, since I'm the opposite of you guys, but it should be on the bottom right corner. It's a little bell icon. You just make sure it's blue and it's active, and you can select whether you want all zodiac readings or just one, however you want. What else? I think that's it. So again, thank you guys so much, and enjoy this time, and I'll see you guys later. All right.